but I will do that once we get to that part. Anybody at all? Okay, we're moving it along. So the one change that we are going to make is to 9710.701 bond interest. It currently is 114070, and it is going to be 99723.
I'm sorry.
That's
Give me
okay.
the line again.
9710.701.
That's the one, right. And the new number is?
The new number is 99723. Bingo. Are any other changes to Amdur Park other than that one that you want to discuss?
And you said that was? This is interest.
That's the interest on the bond, because again, today we had the bidding on the bond and we have actual numbers, whereas last week when I put this together, I was guesstimating at 4.5%, but the bit rate came in at 4.13981247. Bingo. So I can actually give you accurate to the penny numbers now. Okay, hearing no other changes to Amdur Park, we need a motion and a second to approve the change that I just read.
I'll make that motion.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, you said I could do that part.
You took his thunder away.
Is much cuter.
Wow. Katie didn't get you a AA plus bond rating.
Oh, that's true that.
Okay, consolidated sewer, your most expensive thing in your budget. 2 pages. This will also have a change, again, for the same exact reasons I said before. But we'll start with page 14. This is a unit charge. There are 4,895 units in this fund. Any questions at all?
What's the number again? 9?
We didn't do a number, we're doing page 14. GC,
Yes.
consolidated sewer. I don't understand what you,
1030.
I don't-
Special assessments. That was the one.
okay.
That was the biggest increase of all. We have a breakdown of where all those,
Yeah, it's right underneath right in front of you on that page. All the expenses. This is a very close to zero earning revenue district because we don't have sewer revenue. The only revenue we do earn is interest on our money in the banks, as well as any type of inspection fees that have to be done when a new house is built and a CO needs to be issued. So as you could see, the items going down, again, it has this the absentee balance, compensated absences that matches what was in consolidated water. Some items did go down, some items have gone up, plus the bond payment. The biggest expense in this line item is the money we pay to the Orange County for all of our sewer going to their plant. That is a twice-a-year bill. So I only know one half of the bill right now. I don't know the second half of the bill. So I have to guesstimate. It goes up quite a bit every year.
it's 8110, 39.
439, yep, Orange County Sewer District.
So the one above that, operation and maintenance, is our sewer department.
That's Mickey's budget for operation and maintenance, correct? So the first payment, the payment has to be done from the first half of our fiscal year, second half of the county's fiscal year is $712,579.84. I won't know the payment that's due for the first half of the county's fiscal year, third quarter of our fiscal year, until this time next year. The bill just came in February 13th, so that's when I'll know that one.
And Desiree, that bill is based on usage?
That bill is based on our
Our-
purchased gallons per day,
Okay.
gallons per minute, right?
Gallons per day.
Gallons per day. I was right the first time.
Yes.
GPD. Yep. So as you can see, based on the past several years, it has gone up steadily. And based on that, like I said, it was the first half was $712,000. I won't know what the next payment's going to be until this time next year.
Could I just ask, 80,
Yep.
8110, 443?
443 I&I repairs. Uh-huh.
We've been doing more repairs in earlier budgets, and this one is down to 40,000.
There's two different things. One is the ones we go out to bid for, that H2M works on for the EPA, for our non-compliant. And that one is what we do in-house. Every year for the last 12 years, we've been doing in-house I&I. In certain areas, we were up in Skyline last fall. This year, we'll be over down by Buena Vista, Midland, Oakland, popping manholes, checking to see if there's any infiltration there. So it's been $40,000 for at least 10 years.
No, I understand. And I'm just wondering if that really reflects the level of effort that we need, given the amount of infiltration that we're getting. I mean,
Well, the part of the bonding that you did also includes I&I work. So,
but I didn't see it in
Okay.
the budget, I guess. That's what I'm,
Yeah, no, we're doing the
'Cause it's
rest
a-
of Brigadoon, and then we have to work our way through Timber Ridge over down to Hollitt Pump Station. That's what we put in the bond for this year. And then we have to do all the repairs that they find. That's
Right.
in the bond for this year also.
well, that's what I'm saying.
that doesn't come out of this budget.
That doesn't come out of there.
That comes out of the
that's for
bond.
us.
Comes out of the bond, but it's not shown as,
The bond doesn't have a budget. When you approved the bond, you approved the budget at the time. So you approved $270,900 pursuant to the EPA for infiltration and inflow investigation. So that comes out of a completely different account entirely. And that's not something that is budgeted because you already budgeted in order to get the bond.
but it has a direct impact since that per gallon a day thing. You know,
Oh, yes,
If you could
yeah.
cut that by a third.
But on that,
No. You're thinking two different things. We have,
I think I am thinking the same thing.
okay.
I want to use less, I want to deliver less effluent to this sewer plant.
But we would still pay for our committed gallon per day. Even if we committed to 1.6 million gallons per day, I don't even know if that makes sense, and we only put in 1 million, we're still paying for 1.6.
I understand.
Right.
But we're well above that.
We're not well above it.
I thought it was hitting 1.3 million. The last,
The last meeting that was held with the county, we were not well above it. And then the I&I work that we're doing will also help with that. But my understanding is the last meeting with the county, we weren't not well above it. We were slightly,
Slightly.
yeah, but not well.
Which is why we pushed the moratorium
Correct.
discussion off till May, till we can get some more.
more numbers from the
monthly
county.
numbers in.
I was just looking at the numbers for February, because they had daily values, and it tracks exactly with the snowfalls and the subsequent.
So did you want to increase this number? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I want to put as much effort into this effort as possible.
Well, we also have to have the manpower to do it too, right? So we already have 270,000 in the bond that we're doing towards the I&I, and that's pursuant to the EPA order. So what would you like this number to be increased to?
Well, I think it's a question of how many places are still left to get this very basic kind of the manhole covers.
We still have the rest of the entire town.
That's what I'm saying.
Village. And you also have
That
to
is a
coordinate with Rob with regards to his streets that he's doing as well. Yeah.
But the question is, can we contract with somebody instead of adding people? Just get a contract to go after these manholes?
We can, but we would not have that information in time for your budget.
And we wouldn't have the money to do it. That, you're talking $250,000 to $300,000.
Yeah.
That's why we do 40,000, and that's only if we have to do repairs. It doesn't cost us to go out there and lift the manhole up and look in it,
I
but that's
understand.
for repairs if we have to make repairs.
Mickey, are you okay with that budget the way it is?
Yeah, he's the one who prepared it.
Yeah, we
No,
like I
I
said,
know.
it's been 40,000 for the last 10 years.
And again, we have 200 and something in the bond
Yeah.
for I&I, $270,900 in the bond for I&I.
Right. But he's
So-
already said that it's just get the manhole, not the stuff that's underground, just to get the obvious stuff on the surface. You're talking $250,000.
If you hire a company, yeah, you have to go out to bid, so we have to pay,
Prevailing wage.
we have to pay prevailing wage. Then we got to set it up for a certain time of year when it's wet, so they could do it. You're, like I said, you're talking $250,000, $300,000.
Yep.
So did you want to put that number here?
I'd like to see more money committed to it. I'm not sure this is the place to do it, but that's what I'm
Okay.
after. That's the only way we're going to get this sewer situation, because the county isn't going to build anything for
All right.
years.
Hey, Jason, how about for next year, you make a note, and when you submit your budget next year, maybe have some kind of figures prepared for a aggressive or more aggressive I&I than what we currently do. And then we have something to work on from there. Does that work for everybody?
Sounds good.
You told me that we needed to do that when I first started.
Oh, yeah,
That was
yeah.
that's where the money's at.
I think that's why it's in the bond too, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for consolidated sewer? Okay, so the change that needs to be made for this fund because of the debt again is 9710.702. That's 9710.702. I had budgeted $163,625. That number is now $143,045. That's 143,045.
So moved.
Okay, Trustee Fryban made some motion. Can we have a second? Second by Trustee Farrelly.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. And to our last fund, the Valley Forge, also a small fund, also by a unit charge. This will also have a change, same as the other ones, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Anybody have any questions on, it's all one page, page 16? Does anybody have any questions? Okay, hearing none. The only change on this one, again, is 9710.701. That's 9710.701. I had budget $32,725, and the actual number is $28,609. That is 28609.
So moved.
Moved by Trustee Fryban, seconded by Trustee Susan, because I'm not saying your last name right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I think you should do bingo.
I would love to do bingo, right? Are you allowed to do that? Okay, the next page in the budget, tentative budget, is the reserve schedule. This tells you how much is in each of your reserves as of February 28th, what is being recommended to be used in the budget for fund balance. What is budgeted in the budget for recommended for 25-26 that we've already gone over. And the fourth column is what's recommended to be spent from reserves. Any questions? You guys are good.
You guys go.
We talked about that one already.
Yeah, we went through it all on the budget
Yeah.
line. Yep. Go ahead, Matt, you got a question about the
No, I'm
reserve?
just saying, thank you, guys. You're
Oh.
good.
Thank you.
Ask my question.
And then page 18 and 19 is the required break,
Budget for the shop though.
no shop talk. The salaries for each individual employee or hourly rate, depending on whether they're in the union and they're an hourly rate or whether they're a salary. And that's all in the budget, reflected in the budgets. A lot of it's contractual, most of it's contractual.
Is there anything that's not contractual?
You guys. You guys,
How much you wanna take
you guys and all,
the budget?
you guys and the building department with the exception of John.
$0.
I mean, if you want to change your salaries, now's the time to do it, because I can't do it later. Okay, and then the last page in the budget, which you two don't have because, is the exemption report from the assessor's office, which I'm required by the state comptroller to include, even though I have no idea what it means. Okay, so that is your tentative budget. Congratulations, everybody. We are under the tax cap, even more than before because of these changes I just made with the bond debt. So the good news is that you'll be scheduling a public hearing on a local law to rescind your previous local law that you adopted to go over the budget at your next meeting.
Love it.
Does anybody have any other questions before I turn my computer off on the budget?
Yeah, I think I lost the page here, because GV 1030, the special assessments on Valley Forge Sewer, that was a huge increase for those people.
Yeah, we have a bond.
That's all bonded indebtedness that's showing up as their,
If you look at the bottom part of the page where all the expenses are,
that's what I'm looking at.
yep, there was not very many things that decreased. Personnel expenses went up 6,000, that's contractual. Electric bills, as you could see, we spent 16,000 on electric last year. We're at 8,000 now, so I increased it from 11,000 to 14,000. It probably should be slightly more, but then your blacktop went down, your operation and maintenance went down, but then you have bond payments totaling 59,000. And that is for various improvements to their sewer area.
So we're at like 114.
Okay, if you did the count, I didn't bother.
It's like $400 a year difference for them.
I can actually tell it to you to the penny, except that we just made the change to the,
No, I
okay.
understand, but I'm just saying.
So last year, if you lived in if you lived in Valley Forge, you paid $1,007.11, and this year, it's gonna go down slightly because of the change we just made, $1,422.93. But the sewer, we bonded, hang on, I closed the book, $700,000 to do improvements to their sewer plant.
No, I saw the improvements going on, it's sort of off.
Listen, I would love to connect them to consolidated sewer, but that's going to cost you about $3 million to run a line from Valley Forge to Pine Hill.
We already talked about running along lines in various places.
Yeah, I mean,
Did we cover the cost of the Pine Hill Road Bridge?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Pine Hill Road would have to do a,
that's in the bond.
It's in the bond.
that's in the bond?
That is in the bond. I can,
It wasn't supposed to be
that's
much.
1.2 million.
I thought it went down with the, using the split bridge approach.
That is the gone down price.
That's the gone down price?
Yes. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions about the tentative budget? Because I really have to use the bathroom.
No.
Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Can I have a motion in a second to adjourn this meeting?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the next scheduled meeting is April 10th. Until then, Chuck Norris built the hospital he was born in. Good night, everyone, and thank you for coming. That's it, Jeff.